The importance of gag orders. Gag orders, also known as confidentiality orders or protective orders, are legal orders issued by courts that restrict the disclosure of certain information in legal proceedings. These orders play a crucial role in safeguarding sensitive information, ensuring a fair trial, and protecting the rights of parties involved in legal disputes. Gag orders are typically used in cases where the information at stake is considered sensitive, such as trade secrets, national security information, or personal privacy matters. They prevent parties and their representatives from discussing specific details of the case with anyone outside of those directly involved in the legal proceedings. In some instances, gag orders can be controversial as they may limit freedom of speech and transparency. Critics argue that these orders can sometimes be abused to cover up wrongdoing or suppress important information from coming to light. However, proponents maintain that gag orders are necessary tools to maintain confidentiality and protect individuals' rights during legal processes. Overall, the use of gag orders is a complex legal issue that requires a careful balance between protecting sensitive information and ensuring transparency and fairness in court proceedings. As such, their application and enforcement often involve detailed consideration by judges based on the specific circumstances of each case. Ensuring a fair trial. One of the primary reasons for the implementation of gag orders is to ensure a fair trial. Trials, especially high-profile ones, often garner significant public attention. Media reporting can influence the jury pool, change witness testimony, or simply create a chaotic courtroom. Gag orders help control the outflow of information around judicial matters to preserve the fair trial rights of litigants. Moreover, gag orders can also prevent the dissemination of sensitive or confidential information that could compromise ongoing investigations or national security. By restricting the disclosure of certain details to the public and media, law enforcement agencies can protect key aspects of their inquiries and maintain the integrity of their operations. This level of secrecy is particularly crucial in cases involving intelligence gathering, covert operations, or matters relating to homeland security. Safeguarding sensitive information. The use of gag orders is essential when it comes to safeguarding sensitive information. These orders are particularly useful in civil cases, where they can protect confidential business information, trade secrets, or sensitive personal information from being disclosed publicly. In criminal cases, gag orders can prevent the release of information that could potentially influence jurors and impact the outcome of the case. Gag orders are typically issued by judges and require parties involved in the case, including lawyers, witnesses, and participants, to refrain from discussing certain aspects of the case or providing specific information to the public or media. Violating a gag order can result in legal consequences such as fines or sanctions. Overall, the use of gag orders plays a vital role in balancing individual rights to free speech with the need to uphold justice and maintain fairness in legal proceedings. By controlling the flow of information and protecting sensitive details, gag orders help ensure that cases are adjudicated based on evidence presented in court rather than external influences. Protecting the rights of parties involved. Gag orders are used to protect the rights of individuals in legal disputes. In cases like divorce or custody, gag orders can be utilized to safeguard the privacy and well-being of the parties involved, particularly children. They can also be helpful for minors or other victims of crimes who prefer not to discuss their experiences openly. Balancing First Amendment rights. Gag orders, which are court orders that prohibit parties involved in legal proceedings from divulging certain information to the public or press, can often present a challenge for judges, as they must balance two important constitutional rights: the First Amendment right to free speech and the Sixth Amendment right to a fair trial. On the one hand, the First Amendment protects the public's right to know about matters of public concern and the right of litigants to speak freely about their cases. On the other hand, the Sixth Amendment ensures that defendants receive a fair trial by an impartial jury and that they are not prejudiced by pretrial publicity. To strike the right balance between these two competing interests, judges must carefully consider the facts and circumstances of each case and issue gag orders only when they are necessary to protect the integrity of the judicial process. Gag orders are typically issued in cases involving sensitive information, such as details about ongoing investigations, trade secrets, or national security matters. Moreover, Judges must ensure that any gag order is narrowly tailored to address the specific concerns at issue and does not unduly restrict free speech or the public's right to information. For example, a judge may order that certain sensitive information be redacted from court filings or may prohibit parties from discussing a case with the media, while still allowing them to speak freely about the case with their attorneys or others. Gag orders play a vital role in the legal system. They help ensure a fair trial, safeguard sensitive information, and protect the rights of parties involved in legal disputes. While they may seem to conflict with the First Amendment's right to free speech, they are necessary to balance this right with the right to a fair trial. As such, gag orders are an essential tool in the pursuit of justice. However, it is important to also consider the potential drawbacks and limitations of gag orders. Critics argue that they can be used to suppress information that is in the public interest or to prevent whistleblowers from speaking out about wrongdoing. Therefore, while gag orders serve an important purpose in ensuring a fair legal process, they must be carefully monitored and scrutinized to prevent their misuse. Balancing the need for confidentiality with transparency and accountability is crucial in upholding justice and safeguarding individual rights. As such, discussions around the use of gag orders should involve thoughtful consideration of both their benefits and potential negative implications on society as a whole. In conclusion, while gag orders are indispensable tools in certain legal contexts, their application should always be guided by principles of fairness, transparency, and respect for fundamental rights. It is essential for policymakers, legal professionals, and society at large to engage in ongoing dialogue and evaluation regarding the appropriate use of gag orders to ensure that they contribute to a just and equitable legal system.